Good morning, my dear students. This is part 3rd for the same chapter, heat and temperature. I hope the concept of heat and temperature is clear to you. We have also discussed the difference between these two concepts in our previous video. Today we are about to discuss about clinical thermometer that we generally make use of in our homes, right? So without any further delay, let's get started with the concept of clinical thermometer. You can see the picture of clinical thermometer in your screen. This is how clinical thermometer actually looks like. This is the bulb, okay, in which mercury is generally filled, which help us to know the temperature of a body. I will later on discuss the concept of mercury, how it works inside the capillary tube. This is the capillary tube. It is very thick, filled with mercury, and that mercury tell us about the body temperature of a body right? So let's get started. It's clinical thermometer. Now most of us use a thermometer in our home to measure the body temperature when we have fever. Such a thermometer used for measuring the temperature of human body is called clinical thermometer. Generally, thermometers are available at our homes, and those thermometers which we make use of to know the temperature of a body is termed as clinical thermometer. It is also generally used by doctors at their clinics and hospitals to know the temperature of a body, right? So it is the device by which we know the temperature of a body, right? Now the clinical thermometer is basically long, narrow, uniform tube of glass. There is a glass bulb at one end of the tube and the other end is sealed, right? The glass bulb contains mercury inside it, and the space in the bulb extends into a uniform, gradually capillary tube. This is due to the fact that the temperature of a human body never goes beyond these temperatures. You can also see a contraction or kink in the glass tube just above the bulb containing mercury. Now, how this mercury inside the thermometer works, I will tell you. Now, if you have thermometer, you can have the experiment right away along with the explanation. Have a thermometer in your hand, put it in your mouth below the tongue in order to know the temperature of your body right now. If you would have fever, you will come to know about it right away, okay? Now whenever you put this thermometer bulb inside your mouth, you would see that the mercury extends, okay? It starts extend from its original position, and whenever you take it off from your mouth and it backs to its normal position, the mercury inside the capillary tube contract and come back to its original position. This is how the mercury inside the capillary tube tell us about the temperature of a body through its movement inside the capillary tube. Now thermometer scale. Most clinical thermometers have two scales printed in them. One is the Celsius and another one is the Fahrenheit. Now Celsius scale ranges from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Fahrenheit scales ranges from 94 to 108 degrees Celsius, and normal body temperature 37. When we talk about the temperature in Celsius, then 37 degrees Celsius is for normal body and 98 degree Fahrenheit is for normal body, right? Both the scales use standard references. Boiling temperature of water is 100 degrees Celsius. When it comes to Fahrenheit, it's 212. Melting temperature of ice is 0 degrees Celsius and 32 degree when it comes to Fahrenheit, okay? This is the normal boiling and melting temperature you have given in Celsius and in Fahrenheit. Now the measurement of temperature on different scales. The commonly used thermometers in the laboratories have two distinct references temperature. These are melting point of ice and boiling point of water. You have given the two references points in which the melting and boiling point have given. The scales that are commonly used are Celsius, centigrade, you can call it, Kelvin and Fahrenheit, right? So C, K, F, I think you came to know about for what C and K and F stands for. C is for Celsius, K is for Kelvin, F is for Fahrenheit, and these are the references. 0 degree Celsius, 273 in Kelvin. Melting point of ice have given to you. When it comes to Kelvin, they are asking that it would have 273 Kelvin, and Fahrenheit it would have 32, right? And the divisions I have given in the last one, as you can see, 100 divisions in Kelvin, and 32 to 212 degree it would have the 180 divisions, right? Now next, you will notice that centigrade and Kelvin scales are very much similar to each other. However, the readings have an added factor of 273. Okay. Now 0 degree Celsius 273 Kelvin, 10 degree Celsius 283, 100 degree Celsius have the 373 Kelvin, and Kelvin. Here you can see that how to convert our reading of Celsius into Fahrenheit by a simple equation. We know that 100 divisions of Celsius have 180 divisions of Fahrenheit, as we have discussed in the previous page in this video. Few moments back we have discussed that 100 divisions of Celsius have 180 divisions of Fahrenheit, right? And here you can see an example in which 1 degree Celsius have given you, and 180 divisions in Fahrenheit, 100 in Celsius, you would get this. And 32, why we have taken 32? Because 32 Fahrenheit scales gave a reading of 32 Fahrenheit. Consequently, this figure of 32 F is subtracted before conversion, when conversion is from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So you need to subtract the 32 degree Fahrenheit from the. Okay, now here you can see the examples are given, that this is the 40 degree Celsius, how to convert in a Fahrenheit, and this is the Fahrenheit, how to convert in a Celsius. Okay, now recording a reading with clinical thermometer. It's a general experiment you can have at your homes as well. If you have the clinical thermometer, so you can do the experiment. Let us understand the scale in the thermometer. India has adopted the Celsius scales with marking from 32 to 42 degrees Celsius, and the other used earlier is the Fahrenheit scale with the range of 94 degree Fahrenheit to 180 degree, right? Count the number of marking between. Now you are need to count the numbers from 35 degrees Celsius to 36 degrees Celsius. How many divisions you can observe in between this one, right? If there are 9 marks, that means you are having the 10 divisions. Then each mark would represent the 1/10th part, right? 0.1 degrees Celsius it would represent to you. Now if there are 4 marks in between these, so 5 divisions would be there, and then each marking would represent the 1/5 part. Okay, 1/5 part it would represent to you. Now wash the clinical thermometer. You can wash it with the cold water, the normal water, and preferable anticipate solution. Even you can wash your thermometer in order to perform the given experiment. Now if you have done with washing part, so you can jerk it for the 2 times in order to take the mercury back to its position, normal position. column falls before 35 degrees Celsius, it should be ensure that it does not slip. Please make sure while jerk the thermometer that it should not slip from your hand and it should not hit the other things as well, right? Now what you need to do is hold the thermometer horizontally in your hand. You know the horizontal position, okay? Hold the thermometer horizontally in your hand, never hold it from the bulb. After, what you all need to do, after jerk the thermometer, you need to put the thermometer inside your mouth gently below your tongue. After 2 minutes, take out the thermometer from your mouth. Never open your mouth when you take off the thermometer. Just try to take it out in a very carefully manner so that it won't slip from your hand, okay? Handle it with very care. Hold the thermometer horizontally in your hand, never hold it from its bulb. I know that you must be aware about this thing, that how to handle the thermometer. Record the temperature on the thermometer tube where the end of mercury level coincides with the scale, and this temperature in degrees Celsius is your temperature. What all you need to do is you need to measure your body temperature. I hope that the concept of clinical thermometer is clear to you. We will start from next topic in our next video or class. Till then, bye and take care. If you have any doubt, you can ask me.